Didn't see you there, man. DomPTO. And did you know that 99.8% of you motherfuckers watching this video right now are not subbed? Bro, I make good content. I stream often. I post often. Bro, just hit the sub button, man, and leave a like and comment. Shit, maybe even share. But with that being said, y'all enjoy the rest of the video, man. JxmyHighroller, the most unethical hooper in basketball, man. If you already know, man, there's a lot of SGA controversy saying that his stats are inflated and that he's not as good of a basketball player. Well, he's good, but like his stats don't make it out to seem what he really is. And I sort of agree on it because everything he does is a foul bait, right? But we're going to want to, hey, my bad, Tony Cass. But hey, we going to watch the video, bro. I'm going to give my opinion throughout the video, bro. And we'll see how this goes. Hey, wait. Hey, when I reacted to the Laser Den video, did I full screen at all? Nigga, did I full screen? I was full screen? Bro, I do not remember being full screen, cuh. Are you sure? I don't remember being full screened. At all. Hey, fuck it. If I wasn't, I wasn't. But hopefully I was. But you know. Bro, are you sure I was full screened? Nigga call me son. All right, bitch. Watch your mouth.
The ethical hooper. A player who is true to the game. Plays basketball the way it was meant to be played.
My glorious King Stephen Curry. Fuck.
No flopping, no stat padding, just pure hoops. And the opposite of the unethical hooper. The player who relies on foul baiting and gimmicks and a barrage of free throws to fill the stat sheet. And right now, there is an unethical hooper among us. Well, at least that's the reputation Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is building at the moment, with some fans claiming his historic season has been propped up with foul hunting and an absurd free throw volume manufactured from gimmicks and tricks that are a disservice to the game. But if Shai is a foul grifter, a free throw merchant, then I've got some bad news about some of your all-time favorite players.
Bro, I don't give a fuck. Hey, he can say what he wants, gang. Hey, if this nigga dares to mention MJ, or that, that's blessed. Nigga, MJ grew up in was playing in an era where niggas literally were fouling all the time. Like, you can't mention MJ. Cool, you want to mention James Harden, but SGA is a actual foul baiter, cuz. All right, so listen. Like 3 days ago, the Warriors played OKC. We won that game, by the way. When I tell you all that nigga SGA did was flop after flop after flop after flop. Like, cuz, you have to realize, just because he has this certain amount of free throws, he made 18 out of 21 free throws, by the way. So, just want to put that out there. It's not even the fact that just like what he gets called. Like, he foul baits on every shot. Just, like, only so many were called. Like, that's how, bro. They called one. He pumped. Pause jumped, but Pause didn't touch him at all. Like you can see from every angle, Pause didn't even touch him, and he went back up, and the rest called a foul. Pause didn't touch him, and like you could just see it throughout the whole game. Niggas were just like he was just bullshitting, like he was just bullshitting the whole game. I think it's a great trait, but when you make it your whole game, that's when it becomes a problem. Because I'm telling you, that nigga SGA foul baits in every shot attempt he does, cuz. And every shot attempt there's a foul bait. I swear to you, there's a foul bait in every shot attempt. There's like, that's all he does. He makes it like it's a foul, and the rest either call it or don't call it. But you can see what he's trying to do. And that's the bullshit. And that's what makes him like, I think he's good, but yo, you got it. Like, bro, I understand foul baiting in certain situations. Like, hey, bro, hey, I'm running to the paint. Let me decelerate. Nigga runs in my back and shoot it. I get that. That's cool. Hey, let me pump fake. Oh, I got the nigga in the air. Let me shoot. Draw the foul. I get that. But you like sitting here and like doing all this extra like flopping shit like a nigga's punching me in your gut and chin checking you is ridiculous, cuz. Like, it's ridiculous. Or sharing like, bro, like y'all know what I'm talking about, bro. That nigga's a foul baiting ass bitch ass nigga that lost. Hoe ass nigga dropped it. Hoe ass nigga dropped 52 of my Warriors and still lost. Pussy ass nigga. My bad. My bad.
As the 2025 NBA MVP race continues to grow closer and closer, fans across the league are finding any and every hair to split to pick a side between two players having historically great seasons. The impossibly good Serbian gunning for his 4th MVP, or the superstar guard looking to break a 6-year chokehold big men have had on the award. And with a race this tight, deciding the most valuable player in the league may just boil down to the smallest, seemingly insignificant things, like free throws.
And I want y'all to know that nigga Jokic is, hey, shut up. Tatum will never be a top 10. Tatum will never be a top 25 basketball player of all time. Anyways, that nigga Jokic, I hope y'all understand, at the end of his career, he is probably going to be, listen, stat-wise, accolade-wise, he is most likely going to be regarded as the best player of all time, even if he doesn't win the chip that much. Like, it'll always be like, hey, Jokic carry the fuck out of his team. Like, his team he never had no type of help for real. And they got Jamal Murray and Michael Porter. I mean, they're all right, but they not like another superstar. But that nigga be carrying his team, bro. So, y'all gotta understand, at the end of the career, you always gonna be in that GOAT debate. And it's gonna break niggas' hearts. But hey, that's life though, and that's basketball.
Now, basketball isn't much of a thinking man's sport, but leave it up to us to create a philosophical divide amongst the type of players.
Okay, all right, listen here, Ken. Jokic will be the best center of all time at the end of his career. It's not really a debate. Like, it's not really a debate. Like, if you want to sit here and bullshit because your personal vendetta against that nigga, dude, he's going to be the best center of all. I don't care how dominant, fuck dominance. That nigga averages a triple-double or damn near a triple-double his whole career. No, that nigga will be the GOAT. Him and Luka will probably be in the top 5 by the end of their career. Both of them. Like, and it bothers me. It bothers me. Like, sort of. Like, cause I gotta think, like, that nigga Jokic might be considered better than Curry at one point. Which, I mean, niggas might say that now because he has 3 MVPs and Curry only has, like, I think 2. Well, I'm sorry. I'm a Curry fan, but I don't know accolades like that. Plus, I really started watching basketball like the last 2-3 years. So,
we like and don't like. On one side, you have the locally sourced, all-natural, ethical hoopers.
Whoa, why is Jason Tatum here? That nigga's a stat padding bitch. Why is he in here? These niggas be up 37. He's still in the game. Get this nigga out of here. The fuck? Why is LeBron in here? He a flopping ass bitch too. LeBron like in the middle. That nigga's like unethical, ethical hoopers. You know what I'm saying? LeBron right here with the unethical hoopers, and Jason Tatum unethical. Don't piss me on El Ray's bait, nigga. He's a stat padding. Okay, whatever. Bro, I've seen so many like Celtics games, cuz like I'll be watching them. They'll be at 25 in the third. I mean, I know a lead of 20 ain't really safe in this era. But nigga, it's like y'all at 25 in the third with the Celtics team. Like y'all the second best team in the East. Y'all got Jason. Y'all niggas be playing somebody like the Jazz or some shit, cuz. Y'all up 24 on these niggas. And Jason Tatum out here launching threes. Nigga increased his shot take from 3 field goals in the first half to 20 in the third quarter. Up 24. Nigga, get out of here, bro.
And on the other, you have players who essentially rely on a bag of
I don't know. I don't feel like I've seen Jimmy Butler do it. Luka does it, but Luka's also good. Like what I want SGA to be is what Luka foul baits, but Luka foul baits in a proper manner usually. I feel like when I was talking about pump bait, nigga jump, he go up. Like he's one of them niggas. Or like he step back and then steps into it. It's like steps into a shot forward and a nigga jumps into him. I kind of fuck with like how Luka does it. Like his is not as bad. SGA's is bad. SGA and Joel Embiid are bad. Harden wasn't. I don't think he was that bad too, but he did foul. Nah, Harden's pretty bad.
Tricks and gimmicks to navigate games and get free buckets from the line. Do I believe basketball actually has any sort of moral code? No. In fact, the idea of a morally superior basketball player seemed like a joke until it entered the vocabulary of head coaches around the league, making it about as real as anything else. But there is something distinctly different about these two styles of play, both aesthetically and productively. The real question is how reliant on free throws these alleged unethical hoopers are. And
yeah, no, Harden was not as bad. Like that's what I was saying. Like he was kind of like Luka in a way, but like you know what I'm saying. He was kind of like Luka when he did his shit. Yeah, Joel's 7'2", 260, and that's like a pure bitch. So yeah, no, fuck Joel on that bullshit. I think that nigga, and it's actually funny that he's also missed. You know what? Maybe Joel isn't foul baiting. Let's think about this. Joel has missed like 47% of his career games. That nigga's missed like half of his career, right? Like 5 seasons worth of games. Maybe that he's just really fragile. Maybe he's actually just really fragile. So he's not really foul baiting, but he's getting fucked up because he's not like he's injured all the time. So maybe his body just can't handle how physical these niggas are in the NBA.
are they truly earning their trips to the free throw line, or are they tampering the game with their bag of tricks? And a question we all need to consider, does Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and his game even warrant the label of unethical?
Yes.
Now, one way to approach this question is simply by looking at the rates at which players are attempting free throws. When looking at a metric like free throw attempts per field goal,
my nigga, this nigga, SGA, there's a literal meme on TikTok or the internet or Twitter in general. It does not matter where you go. If you tune into an OKC game, you will see SGA at the free throw line. I swear to you, niggas be talking about that shit. It's $30. YouTube Premium is $30 a fucking month or something. I'm not paying for that shit. But like, you would tune into an OKC game and that nigga's at the free throw line. Come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Attempt, SGA ranks 24th among all players this season.
Bullshit.
Behind players like Trae Young, Damian Lillard, Anthony Davis, Giannis, and even an aging James Harden, who was able to escape the claims of foul baiting and stat padding years ago. So just purely looking at the rate at which players are drawing fouls, SGA...
I don't even think this is a good list because Steven Adams is not that good no more. Dwight Powell's not good. Anything nah, gang.
Isn't doing anything out of the ordinary.
How many of these niggas actually, like, get the ball? How many of these niggas actually touch the ball? Like, how many of these niggas are scoring option 1 or 2? Come on, bro.
But to better understand...
Oh, I saw Boston Celtics somewhere. Luke Cornett, like, come on, cuz.
Understand Shai's scoring profile, we need to look at the kinds of fouls Shai draws and where they're coming from.
Exactly. A lot of them are forwards. You see, a lot of them are forwards and centers because forwards and centers do get fouled because they're big. They get fouled because because they'll miss free throws. That's why niggas fouled them, or they don't mind fouling them, or their game. There's more physicality at that position. SGA is a 6'6" point guard, bro. That's what also. That nigga's a 6'6" point guard getting calls like he's 6'1" Trae Young. They are not the same size. Come on, bro. That nigga needs to play small forward.
Fouls don't happen out here, they happen in here. Players that stay aggressive and drive the ball more tend to put more pressure on the defense and draw more fouls. This is why a player like Dwayne Wade, for example, who spent his prime years attempting 10 free throws a game, was never associated with any foul hunting. He earned his free throws. This season, the player who drives to the basket far more than anyone else in the entire league is...
Yo, gang. Dude, I don't care how skinny he is, nigga. Gary Payton the second played power forward for the last 2 games. I don't give a fuck. Gary Payton the second is 6'2". I don't care. He played power forward. I don't give a fuck. That's not enough. It's basketball, cuz. The niggas do not back down like that no more. They do not back down like that. And he's a small forward. He's a small forward. Nigga, he can guard Jimmy Butler. Most small forwards like 6'5", 6'6", 6'7". 6'7". My bad. But real life, cuz. I didn't know how much SGA did not shoot from the 3-point line. I remember seeing him like last season. I thought like I was watching that nigga air that bitch out. Gang, SGA does not be shooting like that, cuz. I watched that whole OKC game versus Warriors. That nigga attempted maybe 3 threes the whole game, or 2 threes. Everything else after the 52 points were free throws, mid-ranges, and drives.
Shai. In fact, nearly half of all of his free throw attempts are generated through his drives to the basket. And again, if we look at the rate these drive leaders are drawing fouls on their drives, Shai is getting calls at an average rate. Far from...
This isn't average. This is top 18 in the league. Nigga just said average. Nigga, this is not average. Nigga, this is not average. This is top 18 in the league. Huh? He doesn't need to not just shoot threes, but SJ could shoot more threes. That's the whole thing. Yeah, I fuck with his driving and shit. But when a lot of your points are with free throws, cool. You gotta extend your game. Like, cause I was talking about this shit with Curry. Like, that nigga Curry shoots so many threes. Like, I get it. Like, I know he's the best shooter of all time. But if Curry, that's the thing with Curry. Sometimes that nigga's only looking for threes. And that's his problem. Sometimes. You know what I'm saying? If Curry was to start shooting the more mid-ranges and driving more, Curry would get more calls because he's smaller. And niggas do foul him a lot. Curry gets fouled a lot and he gets no calls, by the way. I want y'all to know that. Curry gets fouled a lot and no calls. He would get more calls, though, because he would drive more. The more points because the middy's going to be open off a screen. Because a lot of niggas are playing through the 3. So if he was a blow past a nigga, they're probably thinking step back. Nigga, just drive, flow, niggas, pull up. And he's going to make it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think SGA needs to add that a little bit more of that to his game. Just a little bit. Like maybe like 5 attempts a game. 5 attempts. 5 attempts. 5 attempts a game from SGA from 3 would be good.
What you might see from other superstars, both past and present. Which brings us to a real point of contention when it comes to SGA and his historic season. One of the odd and universally accepted aspects of NBA basketball is that superstars get calls. This has been a thing since the inception of the league. Once you transcend that highest tier of player, you essentially get the benefit of the doubt, even at times when you shouldn't.
He never controlled it, Michael. He didn't touch it with both hands. That's the thing. You think so, Michael? 55 hits, 2 to come. Michael, I didn't see 2 hands on him, Michael. But I believe you.
We know this.
Grown ass man, but I'll believe you, Michael. Nigga, pills talk. I'll believe you, Michael. I'll believe you, Daddy. Anything you say, you bald-headed milk fucker. I'll believe you. Like, come on, bro. Grown ass
and
man.
We accept it. And Shai is a superstar, except he...
What about them? What about them?
Hasn't consistently gotten these phantom superstar calls this season. Since the introduction...
Who? What?
He hasn't consistently... And we accept it. And Shai is a superstar, except he hasn't consistently gotten these phantom superstar...
Bullshit. Yo, Jimmy, you're about to lose respect, gang. You're about to lose respect in the community. Go watch an OKC game. Go watch any game the nigga plays in. Go watch that Warriors game. That nigga was getting calls over... Bro, niggas really gotta watch. That nigga was getting calls off of no fouls. No fouls or light fouls. He's getting every call. Fuck out of here, bro.
Our calls this season. Since the introduction of tracking data back in 1996, there have been 36 instances of a player averaging at least 30 points per game for a season. And when ranking these 36 individual seasons according to free throw rates, SGA this season ranks 26th, behind guards like Harden, Wade, Iverson, and Luka. But again, most shooting fouls should come from shots taken in the paint or around the rim. Of course, players do get clipped on threes and long jumpers and draw fouls by other means, but really it's getting downhill that tends to generate trips to the line. And specifically among guards, Shai gets into the paint and attempts more shots from inside than any other prolific scorer since the introduction of tracking data. This season, Shai is attempting nearly 54% of all of his shots from within 10
See Curry, y'all boys. Y'all see how Curry, y'all see Curry? This nigga needs to be like here. This nigga needs to be in the 30, 36, 38 range. Bro, nigga, you gotta go take more, bro.
feet of the basket. Meanwhile, players...
All he does is drive. Like, I watched, okay, like, dead ass, though. This is so right. All this nigga does is drive. That nigga does nothing but drives to the paint. It's actually, like, he be frying. Like, that's what also ruins his credit. He be frying niggas. He be, Cross, Brian niggas drives flop. And I'm like, oh my God, niggas just ruins his
Players
flips.
like Kobe, Iverson, Luka, Harden, and Dame all have multiple seasons where they weren't getting into the paint nearly as much and still yielded far more trips to the free throw line. Shai is statistically the most aggressive volume scoring guard in recent NBA history. He takes the most shots that historically should earn trips to the free throw line, and there isn't a single metric that suggests his free throws are inflated or unwarranted. Of the previously mentioned 36 seasons of 30 points or more a game, the average number of free throws taken per game across the board is 10. This season, Shai is averaging just 8.3. So, if anything, considering his usage and his play style, Shai is actually not getting enough calls. If we've learned anything from witnessing the last decade of scoring maestros, it's that this is just the nature of great scorers. They're hard to stop. They force the defense to get physical, they get you in positions you don't want to be in, overreacting, reaching, even taking gambles hoping it yields you a stop or a turnover, when more often than not, it's just going to end up in another trip to the free throw line. And on an abstract scale of basketball morality, I don't think SGA plays an unethical style of hoops.
Nick says that while putting a clip of the most bro. Look at this shit.
Scale of basketball morality, I
Oh, he boxed my shit.
don't think SGA
Push off. Okay, cross.
plays an
He's playing good defense.
unethical
I'm gonna jump into the nigga.
style of hoops. I think
What nigga? What? This nigga just showed up, bro.
he's a better and more prolific scorer than some fans
Hands straight up, he's standing still. SJ is going into him and shoots a foul.
are willing to give him credit for. He's not relying on free throws to get his numbers. When compromised, the defense is relying on fouling him just to slow him down. Most of Shai's drawn shooting fouls look something like this, where he drives into the lane and inexplicably rips through the defender's arms to put up a shot. It is damn near impossible to predict, and it works almost every time a defender cuts him off or puts a body on him. And we've seen this before.
They are showing this nigga foul betting. And listen here, just because maybe he's right. Maybe he's right. Maybe SGA does get the bullshit calls, but maybe not the likes of other niggas, for real. Because now, I guess so. Because when I told y'all on every shot attempt he drove on or shot from mid-range that he was flopping when he was doing it, he was doing that shit every time. The shit they're showing you right now, he was doing that every time. So he's literally attempting to foul bait every single time. He's not getting the call every single time. Maybe that's not why he gets as much free throws as the other 30-point per game scores. Because he does that shit every time. Every time.
James Harden, a free trip to the line disguised as a shot attempt.
That's a
In
foul.
fact, this is like the 2.0 version of Harden's rip through.
That's not bad. That's reasonable. Gang, he came over top the screen. You're going on the screen, and you're gonna pull it, and he bumps you. That's just IQ, nigga. That's I can't get mad at that. That's just smart. Like it's a foul bait, but his is smart. And I like how tactical it is.
Because it does a much better job of masking itself as an actual shot rather than an attempt to just draw a foul. And I think
Blocking foul. That's easy. These aren't even bad calls.
itself as an actual
That's a foul.
shot rather than an
Blocking
attempt
foul.
to just draw a foul. And I think that's where most fans get
Hashtag West, hashtag Ethan on that blocking foul, by the way.
frustrated with this kind of basketball. It's not necessarily the outcome of the move, but rather the intent. Because we know he's not actually trying to score the ball here. He is purely looking for a foul, and he knows he can get these calls. And you could call this unethical hoop.
Okay, these are bad. By the way, those are bad. These are bad. That's all he does. Like, I fuck with it sometimes, but you can't spam it all the time, bro. That's what I'm saying. Like how he's saying, hey, he's not even looking at scoring, realizing, hey, let me do a stat back. Oh shit, let me pump. Oh, he jumped. I'm gonna go into that. And they're like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna step back and I'm gonna draw a foul when he jumps. Like, nigga, that's just bullshit. That's just unethical.
Or
this is shitty.
Call it smart basketball. Kobe Bryant.
It's smart to an extent, but when you do it, it's just not fun to watch. And that's why niggas say it's unethical. Nigga, play ball. Stop doing that. Play ball. But I get it. As a nigga that's like, hey, winning is everything, scoring is everything. I do also get it. But nigga, come on, bro.
Is notorious for making opposing players pay for bad defense, drawing fouls for the sake of drawing fouls. And when he did it, it wasn't viewed as his fault for taking advantage of the rules. It was the defender's fault.
It's true, because you also don't need to jump on a lot of niggas' jumpers, to be honest, cuz you could just put a hand in someone's face. Yeah, I mean, most of his games he has hella free throw attempts.
For falling for the move in the first place. If you don't want to get baited, don't fall for the bait. You reach, I teach. As some
No, you reach, I teach. You reach, I cross your ass and you're fried. Now I go, now I foul fucking bait. That's not how this is what the saying is.
half decent basketball
Hey, you play defense, I'm gonna foul bait.
player
Like,
once
come
said.
on.
Take this play here, where he gets the defense on his hip, out of position, and reaching in to disrupt the shot.
That's just a foul. No, nigga, that's the defender.
Now, Shea is baiting the foul here, and he's going to get it every time, because he already beat the defense 3 steps ago. Or this play here, where Shea has a 7-footer in a mismatch, feeds him the bait, and Markkanen falls for it, leading to the shooting foul.
I think they need a rule change, cuz. I think they need a rule change. After seeing this, I think if you bait a nigga into jumping, right, you cannot jump into them. You have to jump up. You cannot jump into them. You must jump up like you're doing a normal jump shot. So that if they crash into you, that's a reasonable foul. You getting a nigga jumping and then you jumping into them that's like
Footer in a mismatch.
That shouldn't be a foul.
Feeds him the bait and Markkanen.
Like, why are you jump? That's just stupid as fuck. Because why would you do that? That's like if he jumped up here and not
falls.
Come on, bro.
For it, leading to the shooting foul.
Some
fans may say this is an act of basketball sin, intentionally jumping into the defender instead of just pulling up off the step back. But I don't see it that way. You've got a 7-footer on an island with no help guarding the league's leading scorer, and you leave your feet on a pump fake. Shea isn't playing unethical hoops, he's taking advantage of bad defense. All the great scorers knew this, and they all took advantage of it.
That's not a foul, it's a foul.
As much as we resented the tricks James Harden would deploy throughout his prime scoring years, it's worth asking the question, was it the—
That's not even a fuck. Yo, does this nigga, okay, Jimmy, bro, do you not see the difference in clips you're using when comparing other niggas that are known for drawing fouls to SGA? Like, these niggas are actually getting fouled. Like, actually. SGA's running into, bro.
James Harden
foul. Nigga, his hands are hitting all of his arms. He's getting pushed out to the side. That's a foul.
Would deploy throughout his prime scoring.
Okay, step back. Step back. He pulls this. He knows he's jumping. Does he jump into him here? No, he pulls the shot and the nigga cracks into him.
Asking the question.
That's a foul.
Was it the foul baiting and free throws that allowed him to be the scorer he was?
That wasn't even
Or was he such a great scorer that he could bend the defense to his will whenever he wanted to? Same thing goes for a player like Joel Embiid. If the gimmicks added an extra 10% to his production, would we consider—
If anything, maybe a charge right there, Cub. Anyways.
That he was in fact a historic scorer, even if he had 90% of the production, but he did it ethically. Among high-volume scorers of this century, players who averaged at least 30 points per game since 2000, according to this idea of honest scoring, 2016 Stephen Curry would be the most ethical scorer, averaging 30 points per game with just 5 free throw attempts.
This is, okay, another reason why Curry's my GOAT. If this nigga got as many calls as any other superstar in the league, Curry is averaging 50 a fucking game. I swear to you. If y'all ever watch Curry play and drive, he damn near gets fouled on every layup he does. Literally. Not like he doesn't flop. He dead get fouled. On his jump shots, a lot of niggas run into him or smack him while jumping. They don't call it. That's the whole thing with me. If Curry got calls, he's averaging at least 40. He's averaging 40! Looking at
And on a scale of free throw reliance, 2025 Shea.
Nigga, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. Less reliant.
Is far closer to Steph than he is to countless other all-time great scoring seasons.
No, he's not. I like how he picked like the lowest one. Nigga, he's right here at 25, which is a bunch of other niggas. He's literally right here in 2023. Like,
SGA's game falls into the category of unethical hooper, then so does Kobe's, and Luka's, and Dame's, and Iverson's, and Durant's, and all of our favorite all-time greats.
But the thing is, bro, he's talking about this year. Oh, my bad. Bro, but like when you think about it, like he's saying this, but he's not giving context for other ones. I don't think Dame foul baited. I don't think Dame's a foul baiting ass nigga. I think Kobe made a foul baited, but he didn't do it like how SG does it. SJ is quite literally looking for a foul. He is looking for that shit. These niggas are like, bro, you gotta understand. Like, it's like difference between how a nigga balls. Like, hey, you gonna draw fouls like he said. If a nigga is cooking your shit and he attacks the rim a lot, he's gonna get foul calls. That's why D Wade is not called a real foul baiter. He just got them calls because he drove so much. That's the same with niggas like I feel like Kobe, niggas like Giannis, niggas like all these niggas you talking about, except like Luka, are niggas that just are going to get calls because of how often they drive, and how aggressive they are, and how great they are. SJ gets all his calls off of the foul baiting. That's the difference.
Scores. It is an unfair label on one of the best individual seasons in recent NBA history, and it is objectively not true. And if none of that changed your mind, then maybe this will. Here is every single season in modern NBA history where a player averaged at least 25 points per game. 354 individual seasons since 1980. And they are graphed in terms of scoring average and free throw attempts per game. The further right a player is, the more free throws they attempted. The further up a player is, the more points they averaged. So way off to the right are the seasons of all-time high free throw attempts, and where you'll find most historic scoring seasons, like some Embiid seasons, some LeBron seasons, Jordan's highest scoring seasons, Luka, Harden.
Jordan's era is different, by the way. Jordan mentioned that Jordan's era is different. Niggas were literally like hacking. They hacked so much there, it was ridiculous.
Shaq, even the pure bucket getters like Durant and McGrady.
Like, niggas say, hey, Michael be like the Rose in our era. Fuck no. Michael might average 60 in our era. Because of how these weak-ass calls are, how weak these calls are, Jordan would average like 60K. Like, if he played in his era, he's averaging 60K.
Often found themselves at the line
nigga
during the
get so
peak
many
of their
calls
powers.
ridiculous. And he's a
So
GOAT. Like,
where does Shea's 2025 season land? It's right here. The 18th highest scoring season in modern NBA history, while attempting just the 142nd most free throws per game. And that, my friends, is some honest, homegrown, ethical hoops.
No, it's not, nigga. Fuck you. Hey, fuck Jimmy. I'm not gonna lie. Jimmy, you lost me on this one. This is a bad one.